Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with the one and only J-Man. Your morning will never be the same. Here we go.
My rhythm, I forgot my style. Too complicated for this simple man, but now I understand. Like a circle peg in a square hole, I tried to push it, but it wouldn't go. It didn't kill me, so my strength increased, and now I finally see. I found the love that was gone deep inside of me. I found a man who was lost, and I set him free. I thought that the pain was never gonna end, but now I can be myself again. I had the best the world could offer for sure, but peace of mind is much more precious than gold. I was in a place where truth is hard to find, but it's all revealed in time. Stick out my chest and hold my head up high. Forgot how it felt to feel so good inside. A fool would gain the world just to lose himself. Now I wanna be true to no one else. I got a light in my eyes for the world to see. And thank God the music's back inside of me. It was a long, hard road to be a better man, and now I can be myself again. Feel the roll of the thunder in my bones. I hold my head up high everywhere that I go. The gift of life I truly understand, 'cause I can be myself again. Now there ain't no wound that love can't heal for sure. Yes, I know. And if you lose yourself, the Lord can guide you home. This I know. I found a joy and serenity. Won't let nobody tell me something's wrong with me. Got a big love inside, I'ma set it free and be myself again. I found a love that was gone deep inside of me. I found a man who was lost, and I set him free. I thought that the pain was never gonna end, but now I can be myself again. I feel the roll of the thunder in my bones. I hold my head up high everywhere that I go. And the gift of life I truly understand. And I can be myself again. I said I can be myself again. Yeah, I know I can be myself again. Yeah, I can be myself again.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're listening to Coffee and Conversation with your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on, even Alexa. That's right, Alexa can make it do what it do. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. We made it into 2022. We're ready to rock and roll with this new year. We got positive energy, we got positive vibes, we got positive focus. We have positive energy, and we are intentionally positive. We are intentionally positive. Let me shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. Good morning, Nurse Rachel. Good morning to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to Emory Winship Cancer Center. All of my Winship warriors out there. Happy New Year to you all. My warriors are the best warriors. My warriors are better than your warriors. How about that? My warriors are better than your warriors. So happy New Year to my Winship warriors out there. All of my doctors and nurses, I call them trainers. They're out there training my warriors. Shout out to all of the nurses and doctors that are working, and psychiatrists, even the ones that are out there cleaning the facilities. Shout out to everybody, the people working at the front desk, the security that's out there. Shout out to all of you all. This is a great year for you all as well. Good morning, Yogi. Thank you so much for being on. Good morning, Wanda. Thank you so much for being on. And thank you, Dr. Tony. Thank you so much for being on as well. I'm so proud of her. I'll say it again. I think I said it a couple of times last year, or the end of last year. She was voted, Dr. Tony. She's a county commissioner out there in North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina. If you're in the Cumberland County area, Dr. Tony is one of your commissioners, and she was voted to be this year's vice chair of the board. So, congratulations to you again. Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Shout out to all of those that's over here on Facebook as well. My Facebook Live is up and running and going. I think I did everything, so I won't have any interruption with my podcast thing. But shout out to you all as well. So let's get down in the nitty gritty. Today is going to be one of those days. Let me see if I can. Today is one of those tough love conversations. Today is going to be one of those tough love conversations. I really want to get in your heart and in your mind. I learned this in agriculture. In agriculture, in other words, I used to grow up on a farm. I used to live on a farm-ish type of land that we used to own, and in order to plant the seed, you got to break the ground. In order to plant the seed, you got to break the ground. And breaking the ground, you are going to have to dig up some things. And when you're gonna have to dig up the ground. And when you dig up the ground, you're going to find some things in that ground that you did not know was there, and has been basically causing the ground not to be as productive as it could be. Okay. I'm just trying to ease this conversation on y'all this morning. I may do it Thursday too. I may have to do a second part to it, but and what that means is when you're digging up, so you're out there digging up the ground. We used to have to cultivate the ground, and you used that from the last season. We would have to go through, and we may use a tractor, we may use a plow, we may use a hoe, we may whatever we had to do. We had to break up the ground from last season's crops, and in doing so, we found we always seem to found odd things. Like, where did this come from? How did this rock? We've been in this area planting this long, and how did this rock get here? How did this piece of trash get in the ground? How did this get here? How did that get here? How did, and we would find weeds and all kinds of things. Well, that's where we are right now. I know. I completely get it. I know y'all. I know what y'all pastors told y'all, and those that went to the New Year's Eve service. I know that they say, "Oh, this is a new year for you," and da 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 da, and this is your year, and da 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 da. But let me break it down for you. Yes, this is a new year, but guess what? Just because the clock struck midnight did not make you a new you. Okay. Let's y'all just buckle up for me. And still, look, please stay being my listeners. I appreciate you all being my listeners, but I want to have a real conversation, because I don't want you all to go into this year and start off this year getting mad with the world because the world did not give you what you thought it was supposed to give you. I don't want you to run around throwing temper tantrum because life didn't start over for you. I don't want you to wake up next week or next month and say, 22 is awful. 22 is just like last year. Yes, it's just like last year because you did not change. I'm going to break it down, and I want you all to realize that whatever I say on the show today is designed to make you better. Sometimes we need a tough love. Sometimes we need the motivational coach. And I'm not talking about the motivational coach that, they say a whole bunch of nice catchphrases and all of these things and they motivate you. No, I'm talking about the football coach that knows his team is better than what they just performed on the field. And so this particular coach gets in their face and motivates them. That's what my job is right now. That's where I am right now. In 22, do not step into 22 expecting something new. Unless you change. You're not going to have a new year if there is no new you. I know, we say you got this catchphrase, new year, new me. No. Let's be real. If you didn't dig, if you didn't cultivate yourself, if you didn't, at the beginning of this new season, break the ground, in other words, break open your emotions, break open your spirituality, break open your way of living, the way you spend money, the way you love people, the way you act on your job, the way you act in relationships, and the list goes all this different thing. If you don't crack open that and say, okay, 2022 is going to be my year. It's going to be new for me. That means you have to change. That means you have to plant something new in the ground. If you want a healthier life, say, okay, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to listen to my doctors, but I'm not going to rely on them. Because they could tell me a whole bunch of stuff to do. But if I don't make it up on the inside of myself, my own psyche, my own mind, that I'm going to do this better. I can go to all the marriage counseling I want to go to. But if you don't decide to change yourself in the relationship, see, here's the problem. Here's the problem with a lot of us. With a lot of us. We get mad at God, our creator, or whoever you all choose to call out the higher power. We get mad at them because he won't change them. And we blame everything that's happening bad in our lives on other people, on other situations. But this year, we're going to be different. This year, if we're going to blame anybody, we're going to look in that mirror and say, I could have did this better. I need to start doing this better. And let's not wait till crisis happen. Oh, I think I just helped somebody out right there. We're not going to sit and wait on a crisis to happen before we decide to get ourselves together. We're not going to wait till something deep happen. We're not going to wait for the bad breakup to happen. We're not going to wait for the bad doctor's notice to happen. We're not going to wait for the getting let go of our job unexpectedly to happen. We're not going to wait to, our bank account get hit, whatever the case may be. We're not going to wait to situations to happen before we decide to change. No, we're going to make our change right now. We're going to make a conscious effort to say, I'm going to look in the mirror. And we've been talking about the mirror all last year. We talked about the mirror and all of this other stuff. And it's one thing to look in the mirror and see something. It's a whole different conversation to look in the mirror, see something, and do something about it. Just move your feet. Just move your feet. That way I won't step on your toes. Just move your feet. I won't step on your toes. Think about it. We sit and we say, okay, I'm going to look in the mirror. And we instruct you all to look in the mirror. And they instruct us to look in the mirror. And we look in the mirror and we see different things. But we don't change anything about it. And I'm not talking about putting makeup on. Okay, here we go. Let's go deep then. Oh, if it makes some people mad. Oh, this is going to make people mad. You can't look in the mirror and see something you don't like. And instead of fixing the problem or becoming one with the flaw or embracing the flaw, instead what we do, we throw makeup, we pile makeup on in the mirror. Okay. I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know, y'all. Okay, yes I am. It's just like when ladies, they don't care too much of Jesus. Okay, it's like sometimes some ladies, not all ladies, not everybody that use makeup, but there are some women that when they look in the mirror, they don't like what they see. So they hide what they see with makeup. Is that fair? Was that a fair conversation? That's what makeup is for. To hide, keyword, hide what you don't like. Some people use makeup to enhance their beauty. Other people use makeup to hide. Just like I have all of this gray in my beard, and I did a play a couple of years ago, and the play my gray wasn't going anywhere, but the play called for me to look like 10, 15 years younger. So what I did was, in order to hide my true age, the grayness in my beard, because I got a lot of gray. Those that don't know me, I have a lot of gray in my beard. And so what I did, I went and bought this temporary spray, and I sprayed it all in my beard, and it gave me a solid black beard. Ooh, I was looking young. But then the play called for me to be older. So I had to go and wash it out and look my true age. That's the word, blemish. we all in some form or fashion, we've all been there. We've all hidden some flaws that we had. We've all been there. Man, woman, we everybody has been there. We've all been to a place where we blamed everybody else. We blamed the other person in the relationship. We blamed the boss on the job. We blamed the other employees on the job. We blame this person. We blame that situation. We blamed our this and we blamed that and we blamed this and we blamed that. Instead of saying there is only one person that's involved in all of our situations. There's only one. And that's me. That's you. Think about it. All of the bad stuff, all of the ups and downs in life concerning you, you are the one person that was involved in every situation. So my question to you is, what are you going to do about your 22? What are you going to do about your 22? How are you going to change your 22? Don't sit there, I'm going to go get me a better job. Why? So you can get on that job and act the exact same way? Well, I'm going to get in a better relationship, love relationship. What the hell for? So you can act the same way you acted in the past relationship? How about starting 22 off by saying, the person that I'm working on is me. I'm not working on my job, concerning my job relationship. I'm not working on my love relationship. I'm not working on my friendship relationship. I'm not working on my social relationship. I am working on my me in 22. I'm going to start the year off by working on me. I'm not going to blame baby mama. I'm not going to blame baby daddy. I'm not going to blame mama. I'm not going to blame sister. I'm not going to blame daddy. I'm not going to blame anybody else. I'm going to finally start my year off by looking in the mirror and cultivating my own self. And make sure that at the beginning of this season, that I have the right seeds planted in myself. I have the right attitude. I have the right focus. I have the right determination. I have the right motivation. I have the right discipline. Let me help you all out. I learned this this morning. I learned this morning. I thought I was listening to something, and a guy said this. Motivation is good. Motivation is great until it runs out. Motivation, when you all are listening to me on here, this is some great motivation. I motivate myself. But guess what? Motivation is temporary. That feeling you get when you're listening to these speakers, when you're listening to your pastors, when you're listening to your worship leaders, when you're listening to your favorite song, when you're listening to all of this, that motivation is temporary. It is going to die. That feeling that you feel after you listen to your pastor, after you listen to your podcast, after you listen to your favorite song, that feeling that you have at that moment is going to die down. So what do you supposed to have after the motivation dies down? You're supposed to have discipline. Motivation is designed to tickle your emotions. Motivation is designed to tickle your emotions. It's supposed to make you feel funny. It's supposed to make you feel energetic. It's supposed to give you all of that positive energy. And yes, it's there. But if you don't have discipline to continue the work after the motivation, here it is. The motivation will make you go out and get the plow. Yeah, I'm going to change. Yeah, I'm going to do this. And the motivation gets you out there and get you all hyped to go do the work. But guess what happens when you start working? That motivation is going to die away real quick because I almost said the wrong thing. Now you got to work. Now you got to deal with stuff. Now you got to embrace all of this ugliness because guess what? You can break up ground. Watch this. When I was working on the farm with my grandfather, he would have the tiller going or the tractor going, and we would go behind him and we would have to pick up things. If you don't pick up the things that you found when you cultivated yourself, it's going to remain the same. That ground that weed is going to stay there. It's going to grow again. The discipline comes when you done plowed up the ground, when you have plowed up the ground, and now it's time to start picking up stuff and not overlooking stuff. Because we used to, me and my brothers and sisters, we used to, try to hide it in the dirt. We used to try to cover it back up so we won't have to pick it up. That's what we do with our own life. We hide stuff so we won't have to deal with it. But then we turn around and say, oh, this is a new me. No, it's not. You got some of the same trash in you that you had last year. If you are going to be a better you, if you are honestly going to tell yourself, forget about what you tell the world. Because the world looks at us like it looks at us on social media. We show the world what we show, like we show our lives on social media. Half of the stuff half of the happiness that's on social media is made up so that other people can like you or like your photo. I made a statement the other couple of weeks ago. Stop comparing your life to other people's snapshots, moments, and comparing it to your reality. Somebody took a snapshot photo of them smiling, but it took them five times to get that smile right. When in your own life, you only got one life to live. You only got one try at this thing. If you are going to be better, do better. This is the moment right now. And look. And let me get this part out too. And I'm done. I got 2 more minutes. Stop waiting to the end of the year or beginning of the year to change. A new year happens whenever you want your new year to start. Just because midnight hit a few days ago and you still feeling the same, you can make your new year today. It's not on a calendar. It's not when somebody else stands in front of you at the pulpit and says, this is your new year, this is your new season. No, your new year starts whenever you want your new year to start. Your new season starts when you want your new season to start. Why? Because when you decide for your new season, when you decide to start your new season, that means you have decided to start your work. You understand that when you say, this is my new season, that means that I have to tear down everything that I've been involved with. I have to tear down everything about me. I have to redo everything about me. Stop blaming others. Stop putting it on others. Was other people involved in your situation? Yes. Yes. But stop blaming others. Start cultivating your own self. Yeah, that's how it's going to go down this year. That's how it's going to go down this year. Yeah. That's how I'm going to start my conversation now. That's it for me today. I'm going to check y'all out Thursday. Remember, I am here every Tuesday and Thursday on Coffee and Conversation. My platform is on Spreaker.com, but I'm on iHeartRadio, Spotify, all of your platforms that you get your podcast from. Wherever you get your podcast from, that's where I am. You can find me some kind of way. Coffee and Conversation, Life After the Collar, Daddy Read to Me. You can find me on all of those platforms. On any platform, just look up me on any of those things. We're looking forward to starting this new video thing that we have going on. I know I keep saying it. We have a few in the bag. I should have recorded one this past week and just did not do it. No excuses. That was on me. But I have a few more that I have to do. I have like 4 different people wanting to be a part of this. I may even find myself, when it warm up, I keep saying that I'm going to go out to Winship Cancer Center and hang out with those people out there. And I may just broadcast outside. I don't know how well they allow people into the building, but I may just come out there and just hang and maybe just do it from my car in front of the building. But we'll see. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you all Thursday, and we're going to continue this conversation. It's tough love, y'all. Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's all gravy. Holla.
It's so good loving somebody, and that somebody loves you back. To be loved and be loved in return, it's the only thing that my heart desires. Just appreciate the little things I do. Oh, you're the one who's got me inspired. Keep on lifting me higher. So good, good, loving somebody, that somebody loves you back. It's so good, needing somebody, and somebody needs you back. We can build a world of love, a life of joy, make our goal each other's happiness. I will do for you anything that I can. Oh, every day I want to do a little more, just a little bit more. It's so good loving somebody, that somebody loves you back, and that's a fact. It's so good wanting somebody, that somebody wants you back. Said it's so good. To be loved and be loved in return, it's the only thing that my heart desires. Just appreciate the little things I do. Oh, you're the one who's got me inspired. Keep on lifting me higher. So good loving somebody, that somebody loves you back, and that's a fact. It's so good needing somebody, that somebody needs you back. Say now 70-30, now 60-40, talking about a 50-50 love. Said it's so good loving somebody, and somebody loves you back. Yeah. Said now 70-30, now 60-40, talking about a 50-50 love. Yeah. It's so good, good loving somebody, that somebody loves you back. It's so good, good. I'm so glad that there's you. I've experienced over and over again where I've given 80% and she's given 20%. Or she's given 70% and I've given 30%. But you just don't know how it feels to have somebody that you can share your whole life with. Somebody that you don't mind talking to, somebody that you don't mind going down the middle of the road with. I know a lot of guys today, they wish they had somebody just like you. I don't know when the last time that I told you, but girl, you make me so very happy. I think we've got something that a lot of people don't seem to have. Talking about a 50-50 love.